Corpses near the buildings, all this light and heat. Time to take a stand, boys, time to make a choice. Time to find our courage, time to be deployed. Make our only stand here, make our roads complete. All we waited for now, past and future meet. Get your weapons ready, kiss loved ones goodbye. Now our time is coming, and it is not the time to cry. Settle wrong from right. In the time of conflict, when the bullets fly, in the space of seconds, a life you cannot buy. Face the facts before you, face the simple truth. We're hopelessly outnumbered, it's tragic but it's true. Make your last formation, take the final road. Now it's time for endings, now it's time to go. Swear to God, the more I do that opening scene, the more it sounds like the opening to the Jeffersons. Ain't we lucky we got 'em? What's going on, everybody? Welcome, Arvanauts. Welcome to a Tuesday night stream. It is May 5th. We are finally into May, thank goodness. May 5th, 2015, 9:15 p.m. here in the big city. It is high 70s, actually, right now in New York City, although it's going to be dropping down a little bit lower over the next couple of days. But yeah, it is a Tuesday night stream, and I am looking forward to it. Got some announcements tonight, and obviously a big announcement coming up on Saturday as well. But let me say hi to everybody. First of all, before I say hi, you guys know how to do the things that you guys do. That is !CTT, or hitting the video share button underneath the video window will allow you to share this information, this stream, far and wide with people. And actually, I have to thank Gray Dibbick, because I noticed that he actually tweeted at me. Someone was asking about New York City-based streamers, so that was very kind of you, Gray, to mention him to me, or mention me to him, I guess. So yes, I am in fact a New York City based streamer. But anyway, !CTT, or hitting that video share button will allow you to tweet out the stream to all and sundry. !ARV group, sorry, ARV group. Yes, not really. !ARV tube will get you over to my YouTube channel, where you'll be able to hear all of my past broadcasts and stuff like that. And !Steam group will get you over to the Arvanaut Steam group, where you can hang out with, now I think we have about 231 members or something like that over there. So that's really been going going up by great guns over the last few weeks, which is great. So that will allow you to hang out with the Arvanauts in between streams. Before I say hi to everybody, just a couple of reminders about things going on. Day 14 of Pillars of Eternity tonight is what we've got going on. On Thursday, I am probably going to be on to day 15 of Pillars of Eternity, but I do want to mention that there is a very strong likelihood that I'm going to have a special guest here on Thursday night hanging out with me. So we may play Pillars of Eternity, or I may play something else as I have this special guest in stream, a Twitch personality, no less. But you might be able to figure out who it is by the time I'm finished with this series of announcements. Then on Friday night, when I get back from Philly Comic-Con, about which more in a moment, on Friday night, I will, let's see. Oh, let me get back to that in a second, Rogan. On Friday night, I will be streaming Icewind Dale. This will be day, I believe, 7 of Icewind Dale with the Infinity and Beyond crew. I have now heard from everybody. Inaminatus will be with us. I don't know about Foom, because Foom has been absolutely swamped over the last couple of weeks, so we may not have Foom, but we will have everybody else. Poor Sod will not have to play 2 characters this time. He'll just have the one. And so Icewind Dale will be here on Friday. And then Saturday night at 8 p.m., this coming Saturday, I have a major channel-related announcement. I say again, a major channel-related announcement coming up on Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So please mark your calendars. Let everybody know. I think last time that I had an announcement, I ended up delivering in the sense that people were excited about it. I think you'll be excited about this too. But please, please, please mark your calendars. I really want a good turnout for that. The more people that I can get in here, the better. That is coming Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. Also, speaking of Philly Comic-Con, on Friday, this coming Friday, before I do that whole Icewind Dale stream, Friday afternoon, I should say, I'm going to be doing a presentation with my good friend Kale Satolbo, and he is going to be doing this presentation with me about a panel on social media, on networking, on Kickstarter, Patreon, podcasts, and the like, basically social media for the creative in the 21st century. We're going to be doing that presentation at Philadelphia Comic-Con. They invited me back this year, which is awesome. So Satolbo and I are going to be doing that on Friday night. So if you happen to be, or Friday afternoon. So if you happen to be in the Philadelphia area, that is going to be going on from 4 until 4:45 at Philadelphia Comic-Con. Would love to see any or all of you there. It would be wonderful to see all you people there. So Pillars of Eternity tonight. Thursday is going to be more Pillars of Eternity possibly, but definitely my special guest in studio, as it were. And then Friday is going to be Philly Comic-Con in the afternoon, and then Icewind Dale that evening with the guys. And then Saturday, a special stream announcement at 8 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time. That is on Saturday. So that's the deal with that. Next week are my final exams, by the way. They start on Monday, is when I'm administering my last 2 final exams. I did a ton of grading today. That's going to be my life over the next week or so, is lots and lots of grading. But after next week, I will be starting up my summer schedule. I have to figure out what that's going to be. I'm going to be taking a week to basically do nothing but just hang out with the family, play games, and relax. Like that. Basically, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be focusing on anything writing-wise or anything else because I need a rest. But after that is done, then I'll be getting into my summer schedule, which will involve a lot of hanging out with the family, a lot of writing, a lot of convention going, and a lot of streaming. So that's all going to be happening over the summer, and that will start in a couple of weeks, but I'll let you guys know when I know more about the details of that schedule. All right, now, with that said, let me say hi to everybody, and then I'll show you my face, and I'll respond to people in chat. Hello to Rogan. What is up, Call? Hello, Vacant. What's up, Tigran? Hello, Red Sniper. What's up, M. Shimmy B1? What's up, Mr. Wonders? Hello, Mercurius. What's going on, Kais? Hey, G. What's up, Gray? What's up, Glob Monkey? Hello, Dynamo. What's going on, Atero? And, of course, my wonderful mods. What is up, Thorg? What's going on, Lego? What is up, Burner? Hello, Apples. Good to see everybody today. And, yes, let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. And let me pop up this. What's going on, everyone? Good to see everybody. I am today wearing my Arsenal, official Arsenal jersey. Fly Emirates. So I got that Arsenal thing going on today, so good to see everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. And I have one other announcement, too, about the stream, but I'll talk about that in just a minute. I want to respond to some chat stuff first. So let me back up here. So, yes, hi to everybody. Omid, that's who it was. Yeah. And I thought I saw an Omid pop in here very briefly, Gray. I thought I saw an Omid pop in here very briefly. I guess he's a guy at NCSoft, right? I believe. But anyway, I appreciate it, man. Hopefully he will return. It won't be just like, this guy just has a static screen with a scroll underneath. This guy's terrible. Anyway, can I use the event thingy to put my streams in? You know what, Rogan? So it's interesting you mentioned that. I have been thinking about other ways to continue. I've started to use Twitter to be able to spread more information about stuff and to be able to spread information about the stream. But I guess the reason that I've been trying to not do the event thing is because I was told when I first set up the Arvanauts group that if I did that, it was going to, as you just said, annoy people, like it was going to irritate people. I don't know what you think about that. I mean, do you guys think it would be annoying to use the other event system in Steam or not? Because I do want to be able to reach the maximum amount of people, but I don't want to piss people off. So I don't know. It's interesting you mentioned that, Rogan, but I don't know whether that would be considered annoying or not, or what the case would be. Oh, you're not going to be there, Thorg? Aw, that's too bad. What's up, Dynamo? You're listening to Ariana Grande's song one last time, and you like help. That's funny. You have finals on Friday. How many can you get back to New York from Philadelphia in 5 hours? It's not that far, man. Philadelphia is actually only about 2 hours from New York. With traffic, about 2.5. So it's actually not that far. We're going to be getting started about 9 p.m. On Friday, and my thing is going to be over by 5. So we're basically going to, walk the floor a little bit, and we're going to get out of there by 6. 3 hours is like, that would be an hour's worth of traffic, and that's too much. There's not going to be that much traffic unless there's some act of God or something like that. But yeah, Philly is not that far from New York. A lot of people have this image that it's like way far south, but it's really not. Boston, if you think of it as Boston, is about, I would say, 3 hours and 45 minutes, roughly speaking, northeast of New York. And then you got New York, and then you've got Philadelphia, which is about 2 hours south of that. And then you've got Baltimore, which is probably another 2.5 hours, roughly speaking, maybe 3 almost south of that. So the cities on the eastern seaboard are sort of set, fairly regular distances. It's not actually that far. We students complain about exams when we take 1/10 of the time teachers take to write the exams. They have to do their horrible answers. I know, right, G? Listen, I was there, man. I was there. Nobody likes the final exam. It's an unnecessary, I should say it's a necessary evil. But I try to make exams only one portion of the class. I mean, actually, the exams are worth somewhat less than my papers are. Papers, for most of my sort of standard lit classes, excuse me, for my creative writing class, it's different. I don't actually have exams in my creative writing classes. For that, I have them write a short story. I have them write I have them write a collaborative play. I have them write a one-act play. And so they're doing different things like that. And then class participation, which involves a lot of exercises and stuff like that, class exercises. So creative writing is different. But for most of my sort of standard lit classes, I'm usually giving them 3 papers and 2 exams. And then they've got class participation, which is a combination of attendance and then like responses that they give that are sort of these informal 2-page papers, 1 to 2-page papers that I give about once a week. So, there's like, it's not, I don't love relying on the timed exam. I recognize there's problems with that. But, it's sort of, you have to be able to do some of those things. And there is something to be said for the gathering of information together to be able to execute and show that you have gained some knowledge of something in that limited period of time. So you just don't want to overdo it. Hey, what's up, Shimmy B1? First time checking me out. Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that very much. Or ma'am. I shouldn't say man or ma'am. I should not assume. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. And I hope I appreciate the thoughts about the voice. Hopefully that's true. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. The events thing of Steam is annoying. My private jet, it's an even shorter trip. I guess that's true. I understand. All right, see you, G. Good luck with everything, man. I could try and see what happens. Well, what I don't want to have happen is everyone being like, never do that again. Immediate unfollow. I'm trying to avoid that. But we'll see if that happens. So, speaking about that, by the way, we're closing in. We actually only have about, I think about 24 or 25 people left before we hit 3,000, which would be a nice follower milestone, I think. And the other thing I wanted to mention was I just got word of this morning. You guys may remember that on our last stream, I actually played you guys a little bit of Tall Heights, which was maybe not, I don't know, it was the Icewind Dale stream. It must have been the stream before that. But I played a lot of this folk group Tall Heights, which I really, really like. They're this folk duo out of Boston that I first saw at Quincy Market, actually, when I was up there just hanging out with friends, and they happened to be playing. And my friends had heard them, and they're like, oh, yeah, these guys are really good. Thank you very much for the follow, Shimmy. I appreciate it. Welcome to the Arvanauts. Thank you very much for appreciate it. Welcome to the Arvanauts. So I had listened to them, and I think they're amazing. And I have said this without hyperbole. I bought their album Man of Stone. I've listened to just about all of their songs. Today, while I was grading, I basically like queued up a bunch of their songs from YouTube. I think this is probably the best folk duo since Simon and Garfunkel. Not hyperbole. These guys are amazing. They are great players. They have an incredible sound, and they have a sound which fills the room, even though it's just one guy in a guitar and one guy in a cello, and they are tremendous songwriters. Why do you guys care about any of that? Hey, Diddy, what's up, man? Good to see you. Why do you guys care about any of that? Because I have gotten permission this morning. I got permission from one of the guys in Tall Heights to play their songs on my stream. So in addition to my songs, obviously I'm going to be featuring a lot of my band songs. Naturally, I'm going to continue to do that. But also I'm going to be featuring as well Critical Hit and songs by No More Kings. I've talked to you guys about them, the ones that I use for my D&D casts. But I'm also going to start adding these guys into the rotation because I think they're amazing. I think they deserve to have more exposure, and it's good, more royalty-free music also in this case. I mean, that's why I asked permission first, because I wanted to be able to spread the word. I know the last time that I showed them, I think we got 2 album sales just off of playing their music that one stream, but I wanted to be able to get permission from them first, and they were generous and kind enough to be able to spread the word about that. So, as I say, you'll be hearing a few of their songs into the rotation. I think these guys are great, and I highly recommend them. So if you have a chance to be able to check them out, that would be lovely. I think they're really good. So you'll hear some of their music featured on my stream, and I'm pretty sure that's exclusive on Twitch. I don't think anybody else is showing them, but I am, because I think they're great. So, and I think they're going to go places for sure. What's up, Parker? Good to see you, man. So, yes, so day 14 of Pillars of Eternity is coming up, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good time, and we're going to see. We have just hit Act 3, and this is the final act. I mean, the last act is apparently the epilogue is like just the last fight, essentially. So this is basically the last third of the game that we're entering now, and yeah, so with that said, let us get on to Pillars of Eternity. Let's do it up. And yes, ArvCon is going to be coming at the end of May. The only reason I've been holding off on that is because of this big announcement coming up on Saturday. So I wanted people to be aware of that. But I am definitely going to be talking more about ArvCon as well. That is coming at the end of the month. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Yeah, good to see you, Sniper. I'm in the last third, Rogan. I wouldn't say the end, but I'm in the last third. I'm in Act 3, and everyone that I've talked to says that Act 3 is much faster than Act 2, so for what that's worth. And I've so far put in about 59 hours into the game, incidentally, according to Steam, so. Supposedly there's another big patch coming for this game as well. Okay. And by the way, for those of you who weren't here, you may not realize this, but in Act 2, at the very end of Act 2, 59 hours. Yeah, that counts breaks. It's true. That's true. But if you count, I mean, like, if you put a, hey, Graydon, what's up, man? But even if you were to take the whole break, though, Burner, I mean, like, collectively, that maybe added, like, an hour to the total. So, I mean, I've really played only about 58 hours, so. How many real dragons have I killed? I've killed one real, honest-to-God dragon. I've killed one real dragon, and I've killed a bunch of worms. I guess I'm going to do more of the endless paths, although I have to admit, Thorg, that I'm just sort of enjoying playing the main quest. So I really have not had an urge to go back and do any more of the endless paths. You know, I think I got down to, like, level 4 or level 5, but, like, I kind of just want to play the story more, you know, and like do side quests that are connected in that area. So I feel like, I don't know, the endless paths thing has not been really calling to me. I feel like that's just kind of off to the side somewhere, and I'm like, you know. Oh, my pleasure, Graydon. No problem, dude. I'm glad that it was a help. I hope it was a help. So, Wormslayer, Witcher, professional conversator. I like that term, conversator. That should totally be a class, Burner. Oh my god, dude. Totally, a class should totally be Conversator. Conversator. And Bard.
Indeed.
Okay. Right, so Teos has killed the Duke and Lady Webb and sent Defiance Bane to Chaos, but Lady Webb saw where he intended to go next, to the city of Twin Elms. It is there I must go if there's any chance of catching up to him. Alright? Time to go deal with Irenicus. I mean, with Twin Elms. And let's see. There's more I have to do with Grieving Mother. Palagina has got a quest in Twin Elms. So that's good. Haravius. Haravius, if I want to deal with Haravius. Sagani, same problem. That's more. Endless Paths is more. Kana's deal. We'll see about that. And then Durance, I have to continue to get to know. I've already done Ader's thing, though, so he's good. Don't I want to know what lies at the bottom? Is it hell? A forgotten beast? Or a forgotten beast of hell? I don't, you know... Oh my god. Somebody, Burner, on one of the message boards actually wrote that down, and they were like, at least you're not Noober. And then two messages down, somebody wrote, Heya. And I'm like, I bet there's some people who are going, why does he say Heya? I'm like, if you knew Noober, you would know why he says Heya. You know what, Rogan? I don't know, man. I don't know. I gotta be honest. I'm not, I mean, I thought the dungeon was okay, but it feels like a Kickstarter stretch goal. You know, like it feels like something that got thrown in, sort of, and they did it, and they completed it, and they said it was going to be this 15 level dungeon and whatever, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure whether or not I'm like super like motivated to keep going back into it. I'm definitely you know, motivated to continue with the main story of this game, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, what is Yooka-Laylee up to now? What is Yooka-Laylee up to now? I guess I have to go to Stormwall Gorge, right? I'm guessing to get to the next stage. I'm assuming that's what I have to do. The second city is a stretch goal as well? Really? Interesting. It gets better the deeper you go? Really? Alright, well... I know that they said that right before you get to the end game, there is an auto save that like happens right before, and then you can go back and do it. So what I might do is, just before I go to the final battle, I might go back and sort of, you know, go down the rest of the dungeon stuff. Maybe I will. I mean, maybe so. Heya! Heya, it's me, Imoen. It's up to 2.1 million? Wow. That's amazing. Well, I have to say, have you guys watched the video for that? I'll tell you what, man, that is an impressive video. That is some good work they did on the demo stuff. And I mean, it makes sense. It's the same people. It's Rare, right? It's the people who did Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong Country. So it makes sense that they have like some understanding of this, but oh man, these people were not joking around. That video was impressive. That's something where, you know how everyone's always like, oh, I want to actually know what it's like, and I want to see what it's like. I mean, you get a pretty good sense of what the game is going to be. I'm impressed. Right? 3 months, exactly. I'm not near the end of the game, really? Oh, okay, well. Whoa. He arrives at last. What the hell's this? Is this an ambush? Oh, the leaden key. Well, well, well. A woman in robes, flanked by an armed group, savors every word before whispering the next. Finally. You should have remained in Defiance Bay. But I'm glad you didn't have better sense. I've looked forward to this since you got in our way. It's her, the other one. Weren't we looking for her, too? Yes. A dark-skinned woman with feathers. There can't be too many of your kind around these parts, can there? Palagina's feathers ruffle and the golden irises of her eyes grow thin, swallowed by the blackness of her widening pupils. And why would you be looking for me, Amicia? The same reason I'm looking for him. Her eyes twinkle above her placid smile. You should know, little bird, no one wants to hear songs about conspiracies. It just makes us want to wring your neck. Any last words? After all the effort you've mustered, it'd be a shame to end it quietly. Walk away before you get hurt. You've got a noble heart. I'm going to enjoy seeing it burn. Time to end this. Yeah, I gotta be honest, lady. I don't think you know what you're dealing with. I don't really think you know what you're dealing with. And so, it is my great pleasure to give you Detonate. Debuff. That. 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 And you are marked for death. Break! Oh, wait. Break! Whoa. Why exactly are you getting hurt? There we go. What's the matter? You guys having a little trouble? Are you guys having kind of a rough one? Aww. Oh, goodness. Right, Mercurius?
I told him there was a conspiracy. Again and again, I was ignored. Then the Duke's death, the riots, and now this. If the Leaden Key is targeting me, we need to warn the Ambassador in first fires.
You know, maybe the part of... There you go. You said to them, you know what I am and what I do to my enemies? Oh, interesting, Rogan. You know, I'm actually wondering about that. Maybe what I need to stop doing is I need to... Wow. Got some stuff going on here. Maybe what I've got to start doing, actually, is I've got to make sure that I leave someone alive. That's the problem. I keep killing all these people, and then there's nobody alive to be like, oh my god, have you seen what these people can do? Maybe that's the problem, you know? No one's ever alive, so they never realize, like, what a badass I am, you know? And that's just... So I'm kind of shooting myself in the foot with all this. I'm sure that's it, right? Yeah, it was close battle. They nearly bested my... Yeah, exactly, right, Thorg? +3 might. Hello. Feared throughout the Eastern Reach but rarely seen, the gargantuan Megfolk are renowned for their awesome strength and destructive fury. Despite its thickness and weight, this belt is otherwise not especially remarkable in appearance. Its durable leather lined with distinctive snow Stelgar fur likely came from the fearsome mountains of White March. +3. Really? I need the dex. Con or might? Gives him less health is the only problem with that. Gives her a little more health. Okay. Dead no 10 no tails. Except I'm shooting him in the foot and the head and the chest. Yeah, right, Club? Yeah, it's true. It's true. Should I... Maybe that's what I need to do. Burner, what do you think? If I, like, walked up to them and I was just kind of like, people keep asking if I'm back. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm back. Maybe that's what I need to do. I'm not being intimidating enough. I think that's the problem. Everyone comes across me and they're like, you didn't kill those people. Nobody kills people that fast. I need to carry around the Dominel's, like, house. I need to be like, here's the last group of people that tried to take me out. I destroyed their entire family. You know?
Hey.
Alright, what's going on? What's your beef,
What
Vader?
you want about dear Woodens? They haven't met the problem yet they couldn't solve by killing some scapegoats.
You fight for people because you see something there that deserves defending. Even more so because someone you trust sees it too. Then you turn around and they do something like this, and the person who made you want to help them is gone. Let's see. They're doing what they think the gods want of them. It's nice that they mean well, but how can organized murder be their best guess? Although, come to think of it, maybe they're just following Widewind's example. He was purging his own long before Deerwood got the idea. Only he was purging because they weren't Eothasian enough. Never thought I'd find myself missing the hospitality back home. I like the fact that you can see if they want to talk to you. That's kind of cool. Okay. Right, Glob? I have special skills. Skills that make me well-suited to eliminate Stelgares like you. Whoop. If you leave now, if you leave with your grimoires intact and your cloaks behind you, I will let you go. But if you do not, I will find you. I will hunt you down, and I will kill you. Good luck.
I'm here. Of course.
Might as well explore the rest of this down here since most of it's cleaned out.
Eyes
me.
open.
What? Moss has taken root of the damp stone. Thank you for telling me. That's critically important. Moss has taken root in the damp stone. That information, people. So much resides in that. What the hell is that? A swamp spore? Oh god, their charm. Boy, do they love their charm. More swamp spores. More swamp spores. More swamp spores. More swamp spores. Charming the slime. The slime is going to take you out. Everybody take you out, including my new friend Slime. What? Come on, Swamp Slime. I thought we had something. Bro. Alright, then I might as well just lance to death.
Yes.
What?
I'm ready.
There we go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop attacking her, please.
Yes?
Let's keep in mind, we're all on the same team here. To build more swamp spores, you need to construct additional pylons. For a dune. Who aggroed the Jello? Every time I think of Jello, I can't help but think of the way that Jello used to appear in my high school lunchroom. And I don't know if you guys had a similar experience, but I found like the lunch, they always managed to find a way to make school lunches
Yes?
end up being worse through some bizarre decision they made. And in this case, it was to make the Jello have these chunks of indeterminate fruit in them. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like, Jello by itself is fine. It's not my favorite thing, but it's fine. A lizard scurries under the rock.
Yes?
Okay. It's fine. But, like, I mean, chunks of what? Like, who would... Why would anybody like that? Does anyone like chunks of stuff in Jello? I don't even... It's not Jello. Troubling. Troubling, Sniper. Troubling. I don't know, man. I'm just... It wasn't good. Whatever it wasn't good. I think we can all say that.
Yes?
Wow. Holy crap.
I'm ready.
Oh. That's... Why? Wait a minute. What? Why are you... What's going on here? Why is that not showing up? Oh, for some reason, like, weapon set 2 was selected. I don't know why. That's weird. I was like,
yes?
I was like, why is my paladin, like, you know, why are they putting a cap in someone? Why is Pallegina putting a cap in somebody? It's ricin and arsenic made to look like Jello? Oh my god. Could very well be.
See what lies this way.
God, it's just epic. Like, the Skellige just arrives and is just destroyed. It really is just destroyed on arrival. It's just dead on arrival. You see, it didn't serve Jello with staplers in it. Oh my god. What's up, Shadowed? Wait, what do you mean?
Flame and sound.
Characters switch weapon sets and they're charmed. Oh! That's probably what it is. Thank you. That makes sense. Okay. Let's debuff these guys. Let's charm you. Oh my god. And let's do that by you running out of the way. I think I asked you to charm.
I'm here.
Okay, and you...
Tell me.
I'm here.
Alright. Why am I echoey tonight? I don't think I'm echoey. I shouldn't be. Am I? I don't believe so.
Indeed. Yes?
Although I have to say, I wouldn't notice it quite as well. I've been dealing, for the last 2 weeks, I've been dealing with some tinnitus. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. It's basically this ringing in the ears. And it's frustrating. I won't deny it. It's annoying. Oh god, hi. Wow. That was pretty epic.
I'm here.
Charge!
Nice. But yeah, I've been dealing with that. So the hearing has been frustrating for a while. You have tinnitus on and off, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had never experienced it other than the last 4 to 6 months probably. I've had it like briefly before, like for a little bit, but this has been steady for a couple of weeks, which kind of freaked me out, honestly. And then I talked to, you know, some medical people about it, and including I'm gonna field triage her, I think, just to be sure. But including my acupuncturist, I'm gonna be seeing again tomorrow. And she said, you know, it should be fine over time. But yeah, exactly, Burner. Oh, do you, Sniper? Yeah. It's like this, and actually I went and I looked at a site that shows you, like, what hertz it's at. It's like a 9,000 hertz thing.
The better part of valor.
It's annoying, but it was more sort of, like, worrisome because And I don't know whether it could be a sinus infection, it could be fluid in the ears, but I was immediately like assuming, because the thing is, what happened was, it's happened a couple of times where I'd be grading or something like that and I'd fall asleep, like in an awkward position, you know, like I'm downstairs on the couch or whatever, you know, listening to music or whatever, and then I'm on the couch and I'm like, and so my neck is a little cramped, and a couple times I woke up with that, and one time I woke up like that with this, and that was a couple weeks ago, and I still have it, so that's been worrisome, and I was immediately like, does this mean I have a brain tumor, like what is it? And, you know, I talked to some medical people about it, and they were like, this would not manifest that way. They're like, well, do you have slurred speech? No. Do you have blurred vision? No. Do you have vertigo? No. Do you have balance issues? No. Do you have pain? I was like, well, I mean, I have an occasional stress headache maybe, but not any more than normal. They're like, well, is it severe and stabbing? No. Is it that they're like, okay, don't worry about it. But I was just kind of like, you know. So it was kind of weird. Yeah, that's happened to me, Shadow. There's been a couple times where when I was doing driver stuff, like I set up some bizarre surround sound thing. Sometimes it defaults to where you're actually listening to the speakers as you're listening to the speakers, like in Windows Mixer, and it can cause some weird stuff to happen. What's up, 5x9? Yes, the acupuncture treatment is ongoing, and it's happening again tomorrow. And by the way, 5x9, I have sent off your book today, sir. Yes. I sent it off, and by the way, I am now officially completely sold out of the third sign. I am officially sold out. The only third sign copies I have left is the one that I signed for my mother, and my own copy that I saved for myself, and that's it. So the only other third sign copies that exist are the ones that people own, or that you might find like in a used bookstore maybe, or in a library, or on Amazon. There's about 6 or 7 copies I think left on Amazon, and they start at like $200 or something ridiculous. So I'm officially out, which is kind of interesting to kind of reach that. So it is, I guess, itself its own milestone. So very cool. Yeah, awesome, man. I look forward to hearing your feedback on it. I hope you enjoy it. And again, I very much appreciate, as I said to you, I appreciate the kind words, and I appreciate you buying it. So, but yeah, I sent off 3 copies. Insect ordered one, Messiah ordered one, and 5x9 ordered one. So Amazon has some, but they're all like $230, right? Don't they start at like $200 or something? What's up, Axe? Very good, man. Very good. Well done. Well done. Well said. Okay. So it looks like there's nothing else going on up here. More moss taking root in the damn stone. What do we have over here? Oh! The cave. Your failure at the cave. I'm going to check that cave out as soon as I explore the rest of this around here. Ladies and gentlemen, a cave. That's right. I did it. You had headphone virtualization turned on? What the hell is that? I don't even know what that is. What is headphone virtualization? It's virtually like Arv has headphones on, right? What have we here? Ooh, small horn helm. All right, good. So let's go check out this cave before we head on to Twin Elms. $229, right? Absolutely outrageous, man. Maybe because they think it's a collector's item. Okay, let us explore this cave. I was indeed playing a co-op Icewind Dale the other night. Yes, sir, on Friday. And I'm going to be doing it again this coming Friday, actually. So, yes, I was, sir. The hell is this? Oh, these are sporelings. Is this like a whole mushroom cave?
pristine.
I hear trickling water. What the hell is Leia Remen? Is that same... Is that like the bottom level of the temple up top, of the ruins up top? Is that what that is? Oh, 12 copies? Okay. 12 copies starting at $230. Well, there you go. Jump on it now, people.
I'm here.
Next time you see the third sign, it'll be in a it'll be in a new edition. Hopefully advancing release of the opening of the series, The Chronicles of Clone. Hopefully a few years down the line, depending on how everything goes with the Grey Assassin trilogy.
Of course. Let's keep quiet.
I saw... Whoa. It's gonna be interesting. So I saw somebody on the forums complaining about how it was so stupid that the Ranger character has companions, but you can't position them in your party. They're like, what if you want to move them to a different spot? I'm like, did you ever click on the custom formation? Like, so that so you can make the companion go here. People would rather complain. They're like, you know what I'm going to do first? Complain.
Hmm?
Poison!
Just nuts, man. Souls down and turning. Oh, position yourselves differently, please. There we go.
My mind feels shattered.
He's like, I lost sight of them. I'm like, really? Here you go. Wow. Amazing. Yeah, although I'll say this, Glob. No, I don't particularly like the druid that I found. I wasn't crazy about the druid because the spirit shifting sucks, frankly. But I will say this. The spells that they have access to all the spells, though, of that level. So, yes, they have a set number of spells per rest, but they have access to any one of those 5th level spells or whatever, which is pretty nice in a lot of ways. There's not enough payment going on to us mods. Nice. What's up, Jaff? Welcome into the stream. You're not too fond of the resting mechanic in this game? Yeah, you know what? I guess it depends on the difficult... Whoops, sorry. I guess it depends on the difficulty level, honestly.
Yes?
I have not found it to be annoying. I'm playing on normal, and I understand that for people who are playing on hard, it's going to be a different sort of story, but I have not minded the camping thing thus far. I was a little concerned about how few camping supplies there were available, like to buy. That concerned me, but... Quite honestly, it has not been a major issue.
Indeed.
So far. Wow. That looks like a trap. Shh. It's got trap written all over it. Yeah, so I don't know. For me, it has not been that big a deal. I really, really want more mechanics. God damn it. Oh, crap. I keep forgetting that they do that, then I have to get out of that area. God bless America. Got to do both of those. Oh, thanks for the host, Foom. Thank you very much. What's up, man? If you guys are not already doing so, I'm sure everybody here knows Foom, but if you haven't already, please check out Foom both at his channel and over on Reverb Games. Reverb Games is nice enough to be hosting us, so thanks, Foom. I appreciate it, dude. Hopefully we'll see you on Friday, man. I don't know if you're going to be available on Friday for Icewind Dale. If not, I totally get it. But if you are, that would be lovely. It's good to see you guys. Did I increase his mechanics? I did. Mechanics 5. All right. So the way this works is when I know there's a trap there and I wasn't able to disarm it any other way.
All right, then.
I do this. Okay. Get out, please. Whew. There we go.
Yes?
Get all the way out. Wait till it fades away. Right. Okay. Durance is going to need a little work before he gets up to how awesome... what is this? Before he works out to how awesome Aloth was with his mechanic stuff. Boom, with to host. Thanks, Shadowed. How would I, yeah, the reason spirit shifting sucks is because, exactly, it doesn't scale. That's exactly right. And it doesn't last long enough. I mean, you turn into your spirit shifting form, and it doesn't last long enough, and you go back into your original form. Before you can really kind of get into the character. Like, the big joke for a while in the forums, Glob, was, what's the best spirit form for the druid? And the answer is the form he was before he shifted into another form. It's just not good. It's not well handled right now. So, but good to see everybody from Reverb Games. Good to see you guys. And again, thank you so much for the host, Reverb. Thanks, Foom. What's up, Poke? How you doing, man? Good to see you, bro. Let's see. Girdle of Mortal Protection. Hit damage, decreased crit damage. Okay. That's not as good as any of these things. Because I like the regeneration there. I don't think this is good. Nah, that's nice, but it's not as nice. Doing well, man. Doing very, very well. Doing very, very well. I'm having a good time. Getting ready for stuff on Friday. For those of you coming in late or watching from Foom Stream, I'm going to be presenting at Philly Comic Con along with Twitch streamer Kale Satobo. That's going to be happening on Friday at 4. Then we're playing Icewind Dale with the Infinity Beyond crew, hopefully including Foom, but if not, because I know he's busy. If not, that's fine. If he's not available, then it's just going to be the rest of us. Oh my god. Better set myself up for that. It's going to be the rest of us, so it'll be the Infinity and Beyond gang, a bunch of streamers, and John Helfers and me. That'll be Friday night. And then Saturday, I have a major Twitch channel-related announcement. Saturday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Sorry, Eastern Daylight Savings Time. So I'm trying to get the word out about that. If people are able to help and mark your calendars and be here for Saturday, that would be much, much appreciated. All right, time to see how badass this person actually is. Okay. That's a lot better than... When I first felt that those pogers, those were really rough. A lot. You just finished midterms? Nice, dude. Midterms? Poke, what... Are you doing one of those, like, trimester systems? What is that? Awakened Adra. Are you doing one of those trimester systems? I'm in the middle of finals, man.
I'm here.
I just did my final class on yesterday, and I have final exams that I'm administering next week. You're in midterms? Congratulations, though. What's up, Ben? How you doing, Ben? Good to see you, man. Yeah, that's exactly how I felt, Glob. I wanted to do a druid. I mean, I didn't necessarily want to play that character, but when I found my druid, I'm like, oh, this will be cool. These bones are partially corroded. They're coated with thick slime. I was like, oh, this would be awesome. Like, I'll do something here where I am... It's not very interesting. I will do something here where I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to be able to use him as a spirit shifter into different forms, and then it just wasn't... It just sucked. And I did it a couple times. The truth is, I just did not like the druid in this game. And I usually do like druids. I wanted to play a ranger as my main class. But I thought I was going to like the druid better than I did, to be perfectly honest.
What the flame has shown us.
Ah, ha, ha, ha. Secret entrance, man. Oh, really nice, Thor. Trimesters. You know, Poke, my dad was a college professor, and my dad used to complain nonstop about having to, he talked about having to have taught a couple times in the trimester system, and he hated it. He felt it, he was like, it didn't connect with any other university, and every time he was like getting ready to be done with something, it was like, nope, we're getting started again. Like, oh man, he hated the trimester thing. I remember him. I've never taught in a trimester system, but Oh, it's your birthday? So, well, happy birthday ahead of time, Parker. And that's cool if you're not here. I understand, man.
If it makes
Your
your
birthday is
rest
more
easier.
important. Obviously. Trap? No, no trap. Deer wooden charm belt. What is that? This thin, lightweight loop of tanned leather is a small metal buckle bearing an engraving of a stag's head and star, the symbol of the free palatinate of the deerwood. Apart from declaring the wearer's loyalties, the belt carries a charm which grants fleeter passage over terrain. It is unclear if this charm persists beyond the boundaries of the deerwood. Movement rate bonus, let's see, plus 0.2 move speed. Interesting, but not worth it with the other belts that are there. It's cool though.
Yes?
What's up, G-Man? Good to see you, dude. Booting slime. I love it. You're graduating May 8th. Foom might live stream your graduation? That's awesome. That's totally got to happen, Ben. I want to see a live stream of that. Totally want to do that. I'm kiddist against spellcasting druids, you bigot. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm all about, Thorg. I teach creative writing and literature, Jaff. Specifically, fantasy and science fiction literature. And I also teach Shakespeare, like revenge tragedy and Shakespeare as well. So, and actually, starting in the fall, I'm going to be teaching a course on Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. So there's that too.
Yes?
I can't go there. That's locked in. All right. Well, that's cool. That's a thing. All right. That was just a nice little cave. Nice little sideline. Okay, cool, Shadow. Class is so short, 10 weeks. You're on week 6 of 10 now. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I remember my dad always used to, moan about it. He's just like, oh, trimesters, blah, blah, blah. You call BS on what, Rogan? You're graduating in 2 weeks? Nice. Nice, G-Man. Oh, cool, Jeff. Yeah, I've been teaching the sci-fi class for, I guess, about 3 years now, and I've been teaching the fantasy class for much longer than that. It used to be sort of a combination class. Oh, these are behind the falls. I don't think I even noticed that. That's cool. So, yeah. Enrollment has been actually a little bit light this semester, and I think that's strange. Oh, hi there. Didn't know that you guys existed there. I think that's a little odd because I had a huge turnout, but I figured it out. I had something like 32 or 33 people enrolled for my night course in fantasy fiction this semester. So I figured it went really well. I really had a good time with the students are really great, whatever. So I was like, oh, I'm sure a lot of these guys will end up going into the fall semester. None of them were registering for the science fiction class. I'm like, why is that? So on a hunch, I asked them because I hadn't looked carefully. 27 of the 29 students are graduating. I was like, that's why you guys didn't sign up, because you're not going to be here. Oh, that's badass, Ben. Nice, man. Yes, I am teaching Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. Why is that BS? It's basically, I've taught a fantasy fiction and introductory course for a long time, Rogan, and then I started teaching an introductory science fiction course too. And so I wanted to actually have a course where I could kind of focus in depth on a couple of authors. And originally I thought of just making it like Octavia Butler, J.R.R. Tolkien, and then J.K. Rowling. But eventually I decided I wasn't going to have time to do Butler. So I figured I would have these two people who are arguably the most important, sort of bookended, the most important fantasy writers of the 20th century. Tolkien at the beginning of the 20th century, Rowling, who starts writing her work towards the very end of the 20th century. Those two characters, those two figures, are probably the most significant figures in fantasy because of their impact. So in no way am I arguing that Harry Potter is the equal of Lord of the Rings from a literary point of view, but I am arguing that it's very significant in terms of its influence, and I think there's some good symmetry there. So that's what I'm thinking about here. Yeah, exactly what Thorg said. Oh, you're going to see Rush. Nice, nice. Do-do-do-da. Do-do-do-da. The river. You cannot teach Tolkien. Tolkien is a history class more than anything else. Oh, I don't agree with you there, Rogan. Tolkien certainly is a history class. That's part of it, but no, man. God's sake. Get rid of the spores, please.
Here.
My thoughts must be deep. Tell me. Prayer of sa-
All right, can we wipe out this swamp spore, please? Second verse, same as the first. I didn't want to do this, but... There we go. Those swamp spores, man, the charm, I'm telling you. Get a master's in counseling. Bond and Licari, nice, Atero. Yeah, I thought about teaching a course in spy fiction. That would be fun to be able to see. I actually have a... What is the Licari book? I have the Licari book, Perfect Spy, on my bookshelf. Good stuff. It's good stuff, man. You're getting a master's, but not sure in what yet. Nice. And yeah, Rogan, that's... Oh, for sure. He definitely put a lot of work into it, no question. I mean, trust me, that's one of the reasons why I can do that. I can found the course on him because of the impact he had on the genre. I mean, this is a guy who was a linguist, right? Who wanted to make his whole course... I'm sorry, wanted to make his whole world just so that he could create a language in it, basically.
Hey.
And his ability to do that was pretty substantial, honestly. I don't know how much longer I'll be able to go with these guys. I might have to rest with them. We'll see about how the combat works. Your father's a marriage counselor? Nice, dude. Yeah, my wife is a private therapist. She just left actually the clinic that she'd worked at for a number of years.
Yes.
She's now completely at her full-time, doing full-time her private clinic, and she's really doing awesome with it. I'm really, really proud of her. And also is making a lot more money, which is indicative of how badly they underpay mental health professionals at a lot of these places. Like, it's pretty scary sometimes. So, yes, totally agree with you on that, Rogan. No question. You have a master's in foul language and vice. Nice, Parker. Buy myself a bigger library. Actually, you know, it's funny, though, Rogan. I am working on that over time, of course, but my father had a 5,000 book library that I had to go through. I probably have now... I probably have about 400 books, I would say. Physical books, but then obviously... I have tons and tons of, you know, ebooks as well, so. Yeah, comparatively. Yep, exactly, Shadowed. Just, you know, the depth of his world is really incredible. And also, one thing that I think often gets missed is that he wasn't just like, you know, one of those egghead academics. You guys know the type, right? Know what I'm saying? He wasn't just one of those guys. I mean, he was also a very, very solid writer. And I think sometimes a lot of people kind of look at the sort of the slower pace of his stuff. Like, they look at the opening to Fellowship of the Ring, and they talk about the sort of slowness of the pace of it, and they're like, oh, you know, these days you wouldn't be allowed to spend that much time in the Shire. And I'm like, well, you need to remember, number one, The Lord of the Rings was originally one big book. It was the publisher who split it up into three. Before, it was not Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and Return of the King. It was just one big book that they ended up splitting. So he imagined the Shire as the opening to this very long work, right? And secondly, he spends that time there because you need to know what it is you're fighting for. You know, you're fighting for the Shire. He sets it up so that you can feel the grain and like feel as if you're in like gorgeous, you know, England, basically, as he was imagining it. He sets that up on purpose because he wants you to know what it is that you're fighting for later on. So, but I mean, the Tom Bombadil stuff, even though I think it doesn't fit in the movie, I understand why they cut him out. I think in the book context, the Bombadil stuff is really cool. And there's just so many good things. I think I've probably read Lord of the Rings at this point, maybe 14, 15 times. Just so good. And I'm looking forward to doing it again as I start teaching it, so. Oh, yeah. I've got one set of bookcases back here, and then I've got another set of bookcases over here to the left. So I've got a whole other bookcase back here, Rogan, that you can't see. But I used to have, like, as I say, my father would have had this whole office would have been, like, filled with books. But I actually got rid of or sold or gave away or donated a lot of them after we moved, after he passed away, and we moved his stuff down here to where I live in New York. Because you get a lot less romantic about the notion of books as such when you have to move them. And so now what I do is I hold on to these books that are, you know, that are the e-books, basically the e-versions is what you're holding on to. So, yeah, exactly. Well, I wouldn't say that it killed the pacing, but I would say that it wouldn't work in a movie context, basically, is what I would say to that. What's up, Roix, by the way, if I didn't say hi before? Yeah, exactly. The feels when you come back to the Shire at the end of the books. And, you know, the scouring of the Shire, I love that section. I understand, again, why they had to get rid of it. But, oh, man, did I so loved the scouring of the Shire section. Just in terms of the artistic design of the book, I just love that. Not only have I read C.S. Lewis, G-Man, but I teach him. I teach Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. I have read all of the Chronicles of Narnia, and I read all of the science fiction one. It's a long time ago, though. Paralandra, I think, and then Out of the Silent Planet, and then That Hideous Strength. I'm not sure if that's the order, but anyway, his science fiction thing. But yes, I'm aware he was C.S. Lewis's best friend. And they actually came up with the idea of writing the Narnia series, the science fiction series, and Tolkien's Lord of the Rings. They came together. They were part of a group called the Inklings. So yes, I do know him, and I like Lewis quite a bit, and I've taught him as well. I like Tolkien better, but yeah, exactly, Parker, exactly. Lewis is great. Yeah, I hear you, Ben. But sometimes for some, I mean, like for English, for example, if you're going to take a literature course, you kind of have to have mandatory ones. 5, in answer to your question about the self-publishing, I would say that it depends on what you mean by work. I do think that, can't get there yet. Elm Shore first. I do think that self-publishing about, I would say, probably only like 4 years ago, there was still a very big stigma around self-publishing. Maybe even 3 years ago, there was a significant stigma around self-publishing because the assumption was if you're not good enough to get published in the so-called normal way, then your stuff is not going to be very impressive, right? So I think that's the way that it used to be. I would say that the impressions of self-publishing has changed substantially now, where I no longer think that I don't think people feel that way. Oh, this is almost done. Cool. I don't think people feel that way anymore. However, I would still say that self-publishing is something which I think needs to be done along with other things. So that is to say, for example, my friend Brad Bollier, who did the Winds of Kalakovo series. In fact, let me see. Parker knows this guy. Parker knows this guy because this guy does the podcast with me every week. This guy right here, Brad Bollier. This is the second book in that series, The Straits of Galahesh. Good series, by the way. Nice, big, meaty book. So the third book in this series, actually, because of what happened to his publisher, Nightshade, and it's a long story that I won't get into now, but things went downhill for them. Because of what happened to his publisher, he ended up being in a situation where he basically had to figure out a way to get the third book out. And so he ended up bringing the third book out by himself, so he self-published it. But there's a lot of differences to that. Number one, he had already been traditionally published. Number two, he already had a contract just about ready to go with DAW for his next series. Number three, he was doing this to complete a previously existing series. So if you combine that together, basically Brad was what we call the hybrid author. Michael J. Sullivan's another guy like this, who basically does some stuff self-published, but a lot of stuff is done through the sort of larger context. And I think, I mean, I have not self-published myself. The stuff that I've done has been, even the Kickstarter that I ran was done through Silence in the Library. They're my publisher. They're a smaller publisher, but that was a little bit of a different sort of thing. But self-publishing does not have the stigma that it used to anymore. But I think to make it really work for you, it has to be done in a hybrid model. That is to say, you do stuff traditionally when that works better. You do stuff self-publishing when that works better. You do stuff small press when that works better. So I think there are so many more options for authors now. If Capoeirist Mike shows up in here, he's another guy to talk to about this because he's done stuff of that kind. I think that self-publishing can definitely be an option as part of a larger package, but I don't think I would try to do it only by itself at this point. So there you go. Exactly. Oh, good to see you. Working on introduction cutscene. I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what comes up next, man. I'm very excited about it. Roix, for those of you who don't know, Roix is a game designer, and I'm actually the lead writer on Roix's one of Roix's game projects that he's working on right now. And can't say more about it because, you know, we don't want to reveal things too much. But I will say that there's a very, very cool mechanic that's a part of the game, and I think the world that we're creating is pretty cool. So that's been fun to work with. Yeah, definitely, Jeff. That was the one with, oh God, what's his name? Who was the guy who played Atreides? Oh my gosh, I know him because my father-in-law, who lives in Washington State, knows him because he like has a winery, and my father-in-law like owns a lot of wine and knows him from that. I can't remember who the name of the guy is who played Atreides in that miniseries, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. That's good. Tolkien, well, I don't actually think Tolkien converted Lewis to Christianity. Tolkien and Lewis were both Christian, but Tolkien was much more, was a little less heavy-handed about it. And one of the problems, I think, actually with Lewis's work is that it's so Christian and like so hit you over the head with it that it can be a little off-putting. Tolkien was very much a devout Christian also, but his stuff is a little bit more concealed, and he actually said to Lewis that he was worried that he was being a little bit too out front with stuff. So for what that's worth, he, you know, brought him into Catholicism. Yes, that's right. He converted him to Catholicism, but the point was that it's interesting that he did that, but then basically told Lewis, take it easy, you know, because he thought Lewis was kind of overdoing it a bit. Sort of, but Rogan, publishing a game, that's a different matter, though. I'm talking about self-publishing in books. Publishing in a game, that's a different matter. That's a whole different bottle of wax, frankly. Oh, do I, Ben? Well, it's interesting you mentioned that. I mean, yes, it's true that you have more control over your setup.
Of course.
If you are the one calling the shots. But that also means that you're responsible for a lot more, number one. And number two, it means that you don't often have as many eyes looking at the final product. So you don't have as many editorial, pieces of editorial input. Just as an example, The Third Sign went through something like 4 or 5 different editorial passes. So besides me, because I had already read the book like, God knows, 17 times or something ridiculous. I mean, I read it over a bunch of times. But John Helfers, who you guys know from Icewind Dale, he was the acquisitions editor. He did an editorial pass. Then he did a second editorial pass where he was reading it on the content level. Then there was a copy editor who read it for a third pass. And then we had the galley proofs where people were giving it another pass. So there were all these editorial passes, and that was in a relatively small press. Gale Cengage is the big imprint that it belongs to, but the big press that it belongs to. But the overall imprint was 5 Star, which was a smaller press. And there were still all of those sort of connections. So it's true that publishers could keep you from doing what it is you want to do, but the sort of side effect is that you're also allowed to do a lot more work than you would otherwise. You have to do a lot more work, and there's not as much sort of editorial feedback, which I think is very important to get in the sort of right quality level. So, oh no, don't worry about that, Rogan. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. The goal is that they want you to spend something like 90% or 85% of your overall stream time on games, and believe me, I am way, way into that level. We could spend the next 35 hours talking about reading and writing, and we would not get in trouble, believe me. It would be no problem. No, Paul Atreides. Not the Duke, Paul Atreides. Paul Atreides. Wasabi, what's up, man? Nah, the channel's not going to get banned for non-gaming content. Well, Fina, what's up? Yeah. No, don't worry about it, man. Rogan, I appreciate the concern, but don't worry about it, though. Burner's right. There's no way whatsoever that we would ever get in trouble for that. This stream is heavily focused on gaming, and they know that, but it's got a story and a narrative component to it. So, that's all. It's got a story narrative component to it, and there's a heavy sort of focus on story that we would never get in trouble for that. You don't have to worry about that. We would get in trouble if we were talking about stuff that's against Twitch's terms of service, but this is not like that. So I appreciate the concern, but don't worry about it, man. For a minute, I thought this said Force Troll. Like Force Troll, and I was like, ah! Good to see you, Wasabi. Is it Alec Newman? I feel like I know his, like, look. He's got dark hair, and, like, dark hair, I don't know how to describe him. It's sort of like dark hair. He looks like a less refined Tom Cruise or something like that. Yeah, no, you got nothing to worry about, guys. I do appreciate the thought, but you have nothing to worry about. That's not an issue. Let's see.
Yes?
See if I can keep him up. Come on. Nice. Second verse, same as the first.
Onward!
Nice. Alright, we knock him down. Why can I not do that? Hey. What the hell were you doing over there, pray tell? And why can't you use that? Oh, you don't have your right set on. God damn it. This stupid charm thing, man. Really? Seriously, do I have to do that every single time? If they get charmed, I gotta go back and make sure they got the right weapon set. The hell are you doing with these things? No wonder that all my freaking formations are screwed up. I was wondering why it was taking so long to get rid of these guys. Damn, man. Troll game, man. Forest troll. Sabi. It's fixed in 1.05. Is it really? Yeah, I see that. But I just like...
Yes?
It's obnoxious. Because I was like, why are you guys all out of position? And why is it taking long? And why do you not have knockdown available? I was like, there's got to be a reason. I'm like, wait a minute. What's your weapon? And I'm like, oh, you're using a gun. Well, that's not what a tank is supposed to do. A tank is not supposed to be sitting back here playing with a gun. Just keep that in mind. It's not what he's supposed to be doing.
Indeed.
Alright, let's see if this works a little bit differently this time, shall we?
It's no use.
Okay, knock down. Oh, that's right, she's got that revive thing. Alright, focus. Hurry up, please. Oh. Who the hell are you? Whoa, 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 whoa. Take it easy there.
Following your lead. Don't leave.
All right. Worms up! And...
Kind of stuck over here.
Alright, let's get you, Okay, and...
My mind feels sharp as steel.
Whew, that was a little rough. It's the druidy thing that heals all those tanky monsters. I know. Tremendous work by me. Tremendous work. So yeah, anyway, 5, but that's to finish up the previous conversation. That's why. I mean, my feeling is that self-publishing is an option, but I wouldn't take it as my sole option, to be honest. So, oh, guns are great. I just don't want my tank using it. So, I have spent no time on crafting in this game. Now, there's some people who are going to and spend it on enchanting and stuff like that. Not interested. I have to be honest. I really have been turned off, honestly, by crafting generally. Adra Arch. I have been turned off by crafting in most games, quite honestly. I just don't... I don't care. I mean, if I wanted to play Minecraft, I'd play Minecraft. I don't want to go into crafting, and I feel like it takes away from the excitement of finding like some awesome new item. You know, like the cool thing in Icewind Dale, like finding Inam's famous Shadow's Bane, you know, or whatever, was Spider Bane, I mean, and finding him being like, oh man, that's so epic. That's, you know, that gets taken away when it's like, oh, I could craft something that's better. So I am not about crafting at all, but. You know, obviously I'm just one person. There are other people who are going to love it, so... But for me, not so much interested. Yep, don't even know how it smells. Yeah, I know it's not a grind, but I just don't want to do it. I don't want to spend any time on it. I don't like crafting. It's just not my thing. I'm not interested in it. Used to write for a magazine. Oh, cool. That's cool. What was it like a... Was it like a sort of a news magazine, 5, or was it like a specialty interest magazine, or what type of thing? Yeah, and I'm not saying anything about like I'm not like, you know, mocking people who want to spend time with it. it's just not.
I shall be quiet as
it's
a
just
calm
not my deal.
sea, which is not very.
This side of it. Yeah, don't talk about Minecraft, right? Oh, it was a Unix magazine. Oh, nice, nice. Awesome, man. Very nice. Oh, did they, Thorg? That's cool. I just, you know... It also, I feel like it also gets into this big, like, my least favorite kind of gaming, which is the sort of min-max style gaming. It gets you into that. And, like, that's not... I don't... Not interested. Okay. I see you this time, Adrigan. Okay. I need you to heal. Good. Now I need you to debuff them. I need you to increase your accuracy. I need you to... Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Yay!
Leave it to me! Leave it to me! You're not getting through me.
Goodbye, Great Earthblight. All right, sounds good. Good to see you, Sniper. Thanks for stopping by, man. Always a pleasure to have you in stream, sir. And for anyone, by the way, who's new to the stream or watched through Foom's very kind host. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I love it. Ooh, books of stability. That's cool. I need those camping supplies. I'm going to pick those up in just a moment because I'm going to use them to camp right now. But for any of you who are new to the stream, my name is Arvin Eleron. I play all sorts of different games, but I tend to focus on story and narrative-based games, so a lot of RPGs, things like that. I also do a fighting fantasy game book run-through with my chat. You can see previous examples of that if you go to my YouTube channel, which you can get to by doing !ArvTube. I also run D&D with friends of mine, the Infinity and Beyond crew. We're running Icewind Dale now. When that is finished, we'll be going back to a pen and paper campaign, and there's some other cool announcements on that score coming up soon as well. Yeah, I do all of that sort of thing, and I'm going to be, after this is done, I'm finishing up Trails in the Sky, Legend of Heroes, there we go, Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky, and then after that, probably on to The Witcher 3, so if any or all of that sounds good, please make sure to drop a follow on the stream, I would appreciate it. Yeah, we were talking about that before, Shadow. Yeah, that $40 season pass thing is ridiculous. But I don't do season passes. I mean, I'm just not doing that. So it's not, because I'm not going to get all of it. I mean, like, Dishonored, I ended up getting, I didn't get the stupid, whatever the heck the challenge thing was. I got the witches, the Brigmore witches, and I got the Knife of Dunwall, which was great. And I'm really happy I got those, but I didn't need the stupid challenge one. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. Okay, so I just bought one of these. Got the Warden's Lodge. All right, so let's see if I can increase that prestige some more. What do we got left? Library, merchant, curio shop. Oh, the chapel. Let's go with the chapel. I finished this. Yeah, all right. Let's go with the chapel next, and then I think maybe the library after that. Man. Whoever told me that you were, okay. Whoever told me that you're going to be swimming in money, you guys were correct. You really are. Ukulele. All right. Good night, Ben. Thanks for stopping by, dude. Yeah, that's just crazy. That was like, WB has some problems, honestly, in that score. Okay, good. All right. We are going to camp because my guys are a little hurt. And I'm right near some camping supplies. Uh-oh, dream sequence. Half asleep, a tide of deafening whispers assails you, chipping away at your senses, at your mind's understanding of itself. Their roar is louder with each passing night, their attacks more brazen, less confined to your subconscious. A familiar voice fights its way through the din, calling out to you.
Hey! Hey! You gotta stop it with that. I just about punched you to snap you out of it. You were saying things, but they weren't any words I ever heard. You were shaking so hard I thought you'd crack your spine.
What happened to the bucket of cold water? What would I do without a friend to punch me?
Well, it's nice to feel needed. I'd have woke you sooner, but I thought it'd be nice for you to be able to close your eyes a bit. Folks don't last long without sleep. You're twitchy these days. Reminds me of Meyerwald more than I'd like. Anything I can do, you just let me know. We're close on this one. Hang on a little longer. We'll get you fixed up.
I really like Ader. Ader's cool. Nice, Lego. Awesome, dude. There we go. And now we are full up on the camping supplies. Love it. Okay.
All right, then.
Okay, here we go again. Why are you... Oh, my God. Okay, does everyone have their right weapon sets? That is really irritating. I was like, why are you getting hit?
As you say.
Good God, man.
Your thoughts must be.
I have.
Nice.
For Athens.
There you go. I got to 2 camping supplies once. One time I got to 2 camping supplies. And that's it. Oh. Hey, Arvin. Oh, look. Hey, guys. Anything happened while I was over there? God. I guess it's a testament to my fact my party's pretty awesome if it can manage with, like, as badly optimized as they've been the last few fights. Aliens, Colonial Marines had to come out with 4 DLC still. Yeah. I mean, because I don't know what exactly they have or don't have, but it sure feels they're like, oh yeah, it'll be fine, just trust us, you know? I don't know. Or the game is really easy. Yeah, well, it's possible, Rogan. It is conceivable. I mean, I've been trying not to outlevel the story. I mean, you know. I think... What? Oh, okay. The hell is that? Oh, the rain blade. Alright. Let's increase your accuracy, shall we?
Thoughts were dulled.
Yes?
Nice. Yeah, I'm really interested to see. I mean, because I'm coming into it fresh, because I never played any of the Witchers. So I'm really interested to see, you know, a non-isometric type of game to sort of focus on that, where you've got the one person as opposed to the party-based system. Because there's no real party-based system at all in The Witcher, right? I guess, can you have companions in the Witcher series? Or not? It's all pretty much all solo, right? Debuff. And... That is the worst pathing I have ever seen in my life.
My mind feels sharp as...
What the hell are you doing? Seriously, what the hell are you doing? What is that?
I'm here.
Charge! Fire in all of the goddess!
Oh my god.
What?
Hurry up, please. I mean, no. You'll be fine, but like... What the hell are you doing? Jeez, man. What's this now? It's just you and The Witcher, except for they pair you with AI. Witcher is essentially Skyrim on steroids. Yeah, a lot more story heavy though. My impression is that The Witcher is much more plot driven than Skyrim is. I mean, Skyrim is much more, you know, as everybody knows, the main story is kind of eh. I mean, the actually a lot of the DLC content, I actually really liked. I liked Dawnguard, but I also liked the DLC that I can never remember. That was the one where you go back to Morrowind. What the hell is the name of that? What's the name of the Skyrim expansion or whatever, where you go back to the Morrowind area? I can't remember the name of it. What's up, Laminith? Arf smash. What's that, Devisor? You make a good point. No, not Hearthfire. Dragonborn. It was Dragonborn. Yeah, Dawnguard and Dragonborn. Dragonborn I actually really liked. I actually thought that was a pretty good story. But yeah, yeah. Bethesda's writing is not its strength. Everybody knows that. Their world building is tremendous. Their understanding of world building, their lore, they're very good at that.
I'm here.
But story, So. Who, me? Oh, I'm not that annoyed. Nah, Wolfine, I've been definitely more annoyed. You should have watched me playing Guacamelee. I don't usually get annoyed at games for the most part because I try to be careful about how I pick them for one thing, and then I tend to be, I think I'm reasonably patient with these games. But no, I mean, I was a lot more frustrated with Guacamelee than I was with this. No, I'm having a great time with Pillars. I was just annoyed about the fact that they kept changing up sets.
I'm here.
Weapon sets, and they were like, it's time to change weapons. I don't know what that is, but I'm looking forward to checking it out in a minute. Durganburn! Yeah, it really was. That's right. And welcome back in, I should say, Dyna, because I know it had been a while. Yeah, it was cool, man. It was cool to see him on there. I guess Dim Drive must be doing really well for Tim. In case anyone doesn't know, Dynamo's talking about the fact that Tim from Multiboxing, you know, who's come in here and he was nice enough to give me a copy of Dim Drive and has actually given out some cards on Steam gift cards and stuff on my stream. But Tim's a good dude, and so I happened to be streaming again. He was streaming the other day, so I was having a chance to check him out and see what was going on there. But yeah, I was an ogre. Interesting. Oh snap. Okay. This might be a little rough. I think the time has come to pull out all the stops.
It's no use. I need something.
Fire!
Okay. Sorry, guys. I gotta focus here for a minute.
This isn't working.
Ah! Damn it. We could be in some trouble here. We could definitely be in some trouble.
Thing is doing the job.
death. And
Yes?
This thing doing the job.
no, we are in big, big trouble. We are looking at a party wipe here, folks.
Isn't working.
We are going to have a party wipe here. And it's because of that insect plague. Yeah, I'm screwed. I am screwed. Alright, I'm going to reload this. I'm not going to keep doing it. It's a stupid druid that does the stupid insect plague. Oh, man. Alright, I got to be careful. Yep, that's what I get for crapping on druids, exactly. What's up, Red Lear? Yeah, wow. Alright, ogre druid's nasty. Alright. I am going to go after the ogre druid first. That's how that's going to go.
Yes?
Be cautious. Be constant.
Alright. Let's do some prep work here, shall we? Where's my seal? There we go. Good. Let's see.
What?
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
Alright.
I'm here. I shall.
Ansawu.
Okay.
This one repels.
Okay, now. Let's do that. Let's do that. You are sworn enemy of this. You are marked for death here.
Don't even.
You need to be debuffed. How did he get that off? Oh man. Also, why is this not ever working? Is there a reason that this isn't working ever? Give me this stupid ringleader thing. Come on. You can do it.
Don't even.
Alright.
Sucks. Very distracting.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, you need to do this. You need to lay on hands on yourself. You have got to, I don't know, do better. You have got to do...
It's not working!
Ansawu.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Let's see. Durance. Why don't you do that?
Freros, Ceres.
Alright, finally got one of the druids down. finally got one of the druids down. Let's see. Ow! Ow! Stop hitting me!
What?
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! Kiting time!
It's not working!
Oh my god, with the stupid insect plague, man. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up! Run, please! Whoa, my guy! The elk is helping! Yes! The Elder Stag!
Yes?
Tank them, Elder Stag! Oh god. Elder Stag is dead. Elder Stag down. Wait. Why are you still...
What?
Stop with the stupid insect plague, my god. It's like a one-shot, freaking one-trick pony. No, I really, really would like you.
Attack!
Attack! Attack with wounding shot. All right. And let's see. Hit you with fire.
I'm here.
What does it mean near death? Come on.
Yes?
Tactics.
I'm here.
Nice. All right.
Onward!
On some.
Hell's might.
Oh my god, with this stuff.